welcome back to my channel and to Scrap Stash and Mayhem. And because the Curator's cabinet only goes for 3 weeks, I am left on my own accord for the 4th week. And of course my little supervisor wants to leave. I'm just going to let him out. My little supervisor doesn't want to supervise me. Okay, so I am going back to using up my scraps in my stash. And so here's some things that I found. So here's an envelope, and I have cut it down already to the size that I want it to be. But I just opened it up. Envelopes are great papers. Lots of writing space in there. Lots of things you can do with them. And then I had this piece of a Subway bag that I think I Mamagami did. I think. I've just been hanging around for a while, and of course I've been using little bits, so I thought I'd bring that out. And then I went through, I found this piece of paper. This is from the current thing that I'm working on right now, Nathalie, one of Nathalie's kits. And I don't remember if it's not quilted blooms, but it's the torn, I'm not certain, but I can link it in the description. And then I have some music pages. And I have these guys here. I've used these before. Like $1.50 you get all of these. That's a really good deal. So we're going to use some of those. This here I found in my stash on a piece of paper. This is what was on there. So I cut them out and we're going to back them because they're just on little pages. This here is from a spiral notebook that had the divider pages in it. And I didn't need this divider page, so I pulled it out and I'm going to use that. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to move this stuff out of the way. And we're going to start with this page, and I'm just going to tear and collage on here, and I'm going to do that because I don't know yet what I want to do with the other side, how exactly I want to do this. I haven't decided, so I am going to, do I want to do it in one piece? Well, why not? We're not going to see a lot of this. You'll see some of it, but not a lot. So, and then maybe we'll do, let's do this. Let's just do it this way. What we could do is just do our pieces and then fit them together like we would do normally. Let's do that. Let's not do just one piece. Let's do multiple pieces. Make it, it's like, well, you know, we're not going to see a lot of it, but what we do see, we might as well put the papers where we want them. Now, I think along this edge, we're going to see some things. Boy, this whole white on white thing is really hard. But now, you could, I'm not going to, but you could take and sew around this once you get this done. That would add some extra texture. But today I'm kind of running a little late. I have to, after I get this done and edit it and hopefully up, I will need to go to the church tomorrow. We're having a potluck lunch for our reverend, our minister. She is leaving us and going to do a job with the youth, which she is really good with the youth, and I know that will make her very happy, and the youth will be very lucky to have her. So we're bidding her farewell. And I'm just going to put this one over here. You could inkle these to give it a little extra added texture. But again, I'm not going to do that because we're just really not going to see a lot of it. Let's see, let's put a piece in here. We might use that. Well, we're going to use that yet. Okay, so between what we got here, let's see, what does this one do? Let's do this. Let's put this one here. And I don't know if you've been watching the little mini-series this week that Nathalie of Line.Arrow and myself did. We did it all on book pages. And book pages are one of my favorite things to incorporate into my makes. And so we came up, we had 3 videos. We each did 2, and then we did a live, which you can watch that anytime on Nathalie's YouTube channel, which I will leave the link for that in this description as well. There we go, right like that. And I am going to put this back on. I am going to ink around here right now because once my glue dries, it'll all straighten out. I am debating this is kind of a work in progress, so how it's going to turn out, I don't know. I have this vision in my head, this thought. I woke up this morning thinking, oh, that's what I could do. And of course, I was still groggy and not a lot of coffee in me yet. So I do have an idea as to how I want to do this, but okay, so anyways, enough babble. So I'm going to take one of these pages, and what I want to do is this is going to be a pocket here. So this will be a pocket in here, which I'm going to leave this back alone for now because I may just glue this into my book this way. Oh, let's do that. Okay. So I am going to make my pocket this way so that this way is the pocket. So let's do that now. Okay. So now when I glue this in onto a page, which I will now glue it on, this will be glued on so that this is a pocket this way. And then inside here will be a pocket this way. Yes, I like that. Okay, and then we're going to do with this, we are going to, let's just, for now, just cut this in half. Oh, look at that. Farewell. Okay. And then if I do this and glue these together, let's just do that. Oop, let's take the lid off. So we're going to glue here on this edge, And then we're going to glue this edge. And we're just going to put this together, line them up, make sure that they're straight. And there we go. Do I wish I would have made that a little smaller, a little narrower? Yeah, I do. Okay, let's try that again. Let's just take this off here, and let's just bring this over about like this. About like that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's do the same thing with this one. Before we put the glue on there, let's just kind of judge here. Okay, so if I take this one and do like so, get that one, and we're just going to go like this, and we're going to, let's mark it, let's line them up. Do they have to be perfect? No. They just have to be. Okay. And then I'm going to put two, just like we did on this one. A little glue here, and a little glue here. And I guess I didn't do that on this one. I can do this as well. Oh, I guess we'd better put some glue in here too, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Then we're going to do that same little thing in here, a little bit of glue on the bottom. Don't want our stuff gliding through. Okay. Lid back on. Glue doesn't ooze out all over the place. Get these inked. Ink or don't ink, whichever you so desire. It's snowing a bit here today. Yay. It is still only February, so our winters are long. Our winter is long from over yet. I think we're going to make a little divot here. Before we go too much further. Okay. I'm just going to do these two together, line them up, like so. Eyeball it. Looks good to me. Okay. Okay, so now, before I go too crazy, I like that. Okay, get that out of there. Now I'm going to take and do the same thing here. Just eyeball it. Yeah. No, not that one. I like using larger pockets. I like using the whale tail. Of course, if you can use whatever you like to do your divot or not put a divot in. It's your choice. And There, I like that better. Okay. Get these guys out of the way. Get that out of the way. Doesn't want to go off of there. It likes being there. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is now the pocket this way, as indicated by the divot. All right. Enough of that. No thinking. There we go. Okay. So now I just want to, I can line these up like so. And we are going to, I'm gluing these right on. You could take and do fancier things with them and make a little pocket in here if you wanted. I'm not going to do that. I am just going to glue it on. And I'm going to glue it on just like you would if you were going to, excuse me, just like if you were going to make an accordion style pocket. I'm going to do it like this because that will then give us the ability when we shove something in there, it gives some room. It gives us ability to open this up to get whatever it is that we're putting in there in. And it's nice and solid in there. Okay, and we're going to just do like so. We're lined up, we're good. Okay. So now we've got our pocket this way, and we have our two little pockets here. So this is what I thought after the fact. Let's see if they still fit in here. Well, yes, they do. Look at that, like we measured. Okay, so now this here is kind of like a cardstock. So I thought I would just take and use these like that. Just glue them in there. And I want to keep some of this. If I do, we're going to put lace and such on here. So I'm just going, does it matter? I'll do it this way. Do it this way. Glue it on that way. We can use that other. We can use that other later. We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. And now to just make sure that it stays how we want it, we're going to give it a little glue around the edge here. Smoosh it out. I don't want it bubbling up too much. See, I got a little glue where I didn't want it, but that's okay. We're just going to line this up nice and easy like that. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to give this a quick snip, snip. Go, that's one done. One and done. All right, now we're going to do the same thing here. Stuck my glue up, I did. Okay, like that. Stay put. Okay. go. So we're just going to get that out of there for now, and I'm just going to little divots, oops, little divots in here, like that. That's what these little indicators are. It looks like one right here because they're kind of like a ticket, right? There we go. And we'll take the corner punch on that. My eyes have been, I think, as silly as it sounds, I think I'm allergic to all the paper dust, or it really affects my eyes. They get all watery and don't like it. And that's what's happening, is that, and then they go kind of, don't want to focus, and Okay, there's one. I don't know, honestly, I have no clue. These, I looked in a drawer or a file folder that I have not looked into for a very long time, and that's where I found these. So where I got them from, I have no clue. And these will straighten out as soon as the glue dries. But now they're nicely backed, and lots of little writing spots on there. Go. There's one done. Oh no, Nugget is. Now the little supervisor is yelling again. Is anybody listening? Except you and me? Okay. So these will go in here like so. And hopefully, if these hang out a little bit over the edge in the book, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that, because then they kind of look like little tabs. But let's put some fun into there as we open up our little tickle trunk here of laces and fabrics and bits and bobs. I don't want that one. Let's see, do we want kind of like a beloved quilt? What do we got here? Oh, look at this. I like this. Oh, yes. Yes. Maybe a little bit of lace. We'll see. We won't get too crazy yet. Gee, I don't even want to cut that. Let's do this, because let's do this one. Let's cut it here. And then we can cut it like so and put that on there. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. How big of a tab do we want? About that wide? Okay. And I just want it to be about like so. I don't want it to be too far out there. And let's make another one about the same. that. We may use those yet. Who knows? We don't know. We're not done yet. Okay. Let's free this up a little bit, maybe. There we go. Yeah, come on. There we go. Oh, it doesn't want to go. Come on. There we go. A little more on this one. There we go. And maybe one more here. There we go. Okay. Close enough, I'd say. Let's do the same over here. I don't know if it's if you can actually see what I did on the camera, if it's really bringing it up or not, I don't know. But I'm just taking and pulling the threads out so it gives us a little bit of a frayed edge. See? Some people keep the threads. I've been known to keep the threads. I won't on this one because it's too short to do anything with. But, okay, so yes, I like that. Now, do we want to, you know, I'm going to, even though we did this, I am going to just say bye-bye to that. And let's see, how much does that take off of there? No, is that just, I think that's just enough. So let's say goodbye to this one too. There we go. I think that's going to be better. Sticks out a little bit, but not that other way. When I put the tie on the journal, it can interfere with that, and it might not be good. This one I think is a little longer than this one, isn't it? Well, let's just make these the same size. How about that? That's straight, crooked. It might be crooked. I could have cut that crooked. Let's see. Oh, so close, so close. Oh, no, that's good. Looks good. Okay. And we're just going to give that a little bit of, this glue holds material just fine. I was always doing the really stinky one for material. What is it? I can't think of the name. Anyways, the really stinky and very expensive one. And then I tried this one and I went, oh, this works very well. So now I don't really have to, I don't buy that other one quite as often as what I was. Oops. Let's read this. Oh, almost did that. Went in there crooked or upside down. Don't want that. We want this to go here. This to go here. And we're just going to put that like so. Straighten it up. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to let this glue dry here. And let's decorate this up, shall we? Okay, I am going to move this out of my way right here. And I have my cheesecloth there. And so what I thought we would do was to make some clusters that go on here. And so let's just take this here, because I think this will be a nice size of cluster. Clusters. Let's make this a little narrower, like so. Maybe a little narrower here too. I'm going to do that. Like, just like that. Let's build clusters. Okay, so what are we going to put on our clusters? Let's see. Well, we always need a butterfly. That's a definite must. Oh, I got two, yes, that's why it's not going through. I got 2 pages there. Okay, there we go. So butterfly, and life is always better with a smile. I like that. We're going to fit that in there somewhere. And let's see. We don't need another butterfly, but you know, this feather might be nice. This feather with maybe some of these flowers. Do we need another word? If we do life is better with a smile, then this one here, do more with less? Maybe? Sure, maybe. Why not? And I think that might be good enough. Let's see. Let's get our, by the time we get all of our fabrics in here, let's see, this lace here, this might be a good time for this. What did I do with that one piece? Never mind. So we're just going to take a little piece of this quilt. Let's take a smaller piece. I got a little smaller piece, and then maybe a nice piece of this. Let's do, this is kind of an odd piece, isn't it? I want this. Maybe like this. What do you think? Like this, and like that. Maybe underneath. Maybe underneath like that. Okay, just don't think too much. And maybe we might take and tear that off. Just kind of make this so it's not so perfect. And a little cheesecloth. Cheesecloth, because cheesecloth always is a good thing. Okay. Maybe we'll do like this. And then maybe our little butterfly. And our cheesecloth is hidden. There we go. And something like that maybe. Or maybe like that. We'll see. Okay, so this one here, maybe we don't want this big piece of, we don't want that big piece, do we? No, we don't. Okay, scratch that. Let's do, let's do, oh, here. Like so. And, you know, let's put a little bit of blue in here. I have this sitting here. Let's put a little bit of blue. Oh, I haven't cut into it yet, but I have a green, a really pretty green sheet that I'm going to start using. I kind of like this. And I like, not like that. We're going to rework this one. But right now we're working on this one. And then we're going to glue together and stop overthinking it. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's start gluing together. And if you're really concerned about stuff sticking where you want it to stick when you do this, you can take and just give it a little staple together. And then we'll hide the staple with. In fact, you can just take and staple, no need to glue. There we go. So now that we have that done, and I didn't put that blue fabric in there, did I? Do we need that blue fabric in there? Let's get some of that loveliness there. And I don't know. I think we're good. I think because we got the, well, if we do this, oh, we could do that. Okay, so let's let's go like this and kind of like that. Okay, let's do that. I'm good with that. You good with that? And we're just going to put you right in here like this, and maybe a little more glue right here. I want you to kind of stick up a little bit. I don't want you to be all too laid down. Okay, and I'm going to ink this. Yes, I am. There it is. So it doesn't quite blend into the background too much. Like so. Like that. And then our little blue flowers. Oh, let's just give them a little definition. Like so. Cluster number 1 built. Oops. Built. Let's just put this down. Let's just put this right like that. There we go. Okay, so this cluster can now go into place. Like so. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to give this a little like so. And where are we going to put you? We are going to line you up so that you kind of cover our little bit of glue here that it will dry. Oh, do we want to put this underneath? Like that, or over top? Over top, okay. Okay. All right, get that over there. Just like so. And then you can slide in there. Just like that. Like that. There we go. There. I want it to stay in place. And I glued that one over. I wanted it to go. Can I move it now? No. All right. Well, then let's just line them up then. I was going to do them more diagonal, more like that, but we'll just line them up. Whatever. It's all good. Okay. So here are our little things to go in here. Like so. And then this one in here. Liking that so far. And then I have all these little numbers and things that, this is a kit that Nathalie sells in her Etsy store. And it's just, you know, sometimes you just need those little things just to make it, you know, just give it a little something something. And that's just these little something somethings. Let's just put, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. And, you know, I'm going to put that way. And I'm just going to put this one over here, maybe. Build it into our cluster. Okay. Just because it needed a little something, something. A little more something. Oh, what's this? What's this one? Oh, sure. Okay. I'll fit you in there. Why not? Okay. Oops. Am I hiding here? Check the time. I have to be wary of my time. Probably I've gone way over what I like to spend on a video, but oh well. You'll fast forward me if I'm taking too long, or you'll stop watching when I'm taking too long, or you'll just watch along with me and craft along with me, which is very cool. Just going to do that. And then this one here can just go over here. Okay, so we're just going to make something for top here, which is why I wanted to save. What did I do with it? There it is. Which is why I want to save this piece here. And we're just going to put this lid on here. Yes, we are. There it is. Okay. And as you can see, I have once again worked my way into a little tiny spot here. I could have used those in there too, couldn't I have? Don't do it. Well, that's kind of cool. We'll see. This one not so much. This one not so much. Okay. So let's get rid of this. Well, no, we don't want to get rid of this just yet, because we need to see where we're going to go with this. Get that off of there. So I am going to take this, and I'm going to go right about like that. Does that look straight to you? There it goes. All right, get you out of the way now. Let's see if this fits. Okay, so we got, what do we got going here? I see. My glue got a little wide there. There we go. And we're just going to take it down to the bottom, and we're going to take it right about to here. It's just like so. And we're just going to do about like that. Like so. Oh, you know, I had, what did I do with it? I found, I wonder if that would fit on here. too bad that I folded it because I was going to make it into a pocket. But in my stash, I found this. I like that. And then we can decorate her up. So I am going to just put glue all over this. And then we'll place. So there's another thing you can do with book pages. As you can see, I stamped on that one. Makes it for very pretty. There's so many uses for book pages. You just bring the whole book thing to life. And I like to use the old forgotten books because nobody's looking at them. I did a book once that the pages were still factory stuck together when they're not quite cut or whatever. Nobody had looked at that book, and it was from the 30s. Okay, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get this kind of sort of in the middle. Kind of sort of in the middle. Let's hope. Put that glue lid back on there. Well, no, I didn't, but oh well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with it. It will be what it will be. Oh boy, that looked really bad. Well, let's just even this up. It's like cutting hair. Oh, a little snip here, just oh no, now I gotta do this. Oh no, now I gotta do that. my bangs. One morning, my mother decided she needed to cut my bangs before I went to school. And it was on school picture day. And I swear, my bangs ended up to be that long and still crooked. I still have that picture. That was the goofiest looking thing, I tell you. And I think just because I might take, not today, but I might take and just do some more stamping around there just to kind of fill up the pages a little bit. And I'm thinking here that I should probably make this like a tag. I really do like the way I've organized things. I got everything just right at my fingertips almost. And I don't want to cut my number off. So there we go. I'm going to do this side. And then this side. So, get that off to the side. Scoot, 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 scoot. And we'll just ink this a little bit. This is a nice space for writing. You could take and do a little bit of decorative stamp around there as well, which when I get my stamps out, I might just do that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. What are you doing here? I see that little piece there is going to just cause me some grief. So we're just going to glue that little corner on. Could also sew around this one. That would be very, very, very nice. There we go. Like that. There we go. And we're going to, should we put a little bit of lace on this? I think so. Make a nice little, let's make a nice little tab for it. And we're going to use a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Let's just do something like that. Do something like this, right? And a little bit of, a little bit of this. Why not? Just a hint. Oops, sorry. Okay, and then we're just going to take this. We're going to go like this, and then just around like that. No, that looks silly. We're going to glue this on after the fact. Are we going to do that? Or this? There we go. Okay, so let's take and glue some of this together. And then we can glue our tab on. We're just about done. I'm just going to put this body on. It's going to stay. I have no fear about that, but it not staying on. But we're going to give it some good adhere. Let it adhere to the rules. Okay, and then we'll just put this on here. We might cut that over dangle thing off. Let's cut that over the dangle thing off. There we go. And let's put, we glue in here. Let's glue in here. I'll make sure that's glued in. There we go. Okay, so you're glued. We're going to make you glued. You glued. Okay. Let's put you like so. And you, oh, okay, I see. We want a little bit of, yeah, we want a little bit on that one too. Okay. Just a little bit. Oops, oops. We'll let that little bit of this adhere. Oh, sun's going to come out now. Ooh, yay. And, you know, because we can, and because I have it, oh, here we go, let's put you in here. Because I can and because we have it, let's use it. And you guys are going, oh, what is she talking about now? Well, let me show you. I got these in. Aren't those pretty? If I can find out how to get into the box or the bag. Oh, let's cut into it. I don't have time to mess with trying to find an opening, do we? No. Oh, that would be very pretty in there. So let's just even this off. Get that little bit off of there. There we go. Oh, I can see this is going to be difficult to decide where and how you want to separate them without cutting a loop. Okay. We're going to put a little bit of, oh my goodness, a little bit of cheesecloth in behind there. Not that, little cheesecloth. I don't want the rolled edge. There, I just want a nice little piece here. Just a little piece. Okay. And we're just going to bloop you in there. That'll help adhere that too. Like so. And just the prettiest little thing here, I tell ya. There. There. Oh, look at that. We have a little bit of lace showing through. And there we have it. Okay, so I know I've gone way over time. And I hope you stayed with me. And I'm really quite happy about this. And see where I'm going to, which book I'm going to put that into. That would even make a cover. You could even put something like that on the cover. That'd be nothing wrong with a cover like that. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Hope you didn't see the top of my head too much. And enjoy what's left of the weekend. Bye-bye.